Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Awesome Heat. I'm your man Dion Primetime, along with my guy, my main man. I got so many other nicknames, can't think of them at the moment. But my main man, Rufus Gavin Rufus. Talk to the people, my man.
Hey, what's going on, people? How y'all doing today? We got a little twist for you today, but we're gonna get it started, and we're gonna start with the shirt. Hey, let the people see what the shirt say.
There it is.
Space
Obviously,
Jam.
a new legacy.
A new legacy. The King, LeBron James, starring role, carrying this thing. Yeah, that's what we're gonna start with. So I'm gonna start this one off. Now,
go ahead. I want to hear it.
People, y'all should know me by now. And I'm gonna tell you the truth.
It's your truth, but go ahead.
I ain't really like it. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I didn't really like it. There were certain aspects of the movie I did like. One aspect, I enjoyed the whole dad-son thing. I thought that was pretty cool, especially his son being a little genius and creating his own basketball game. Fucking awesome. But I'm just gonna be real with you. LeBron can't act. I'm sorry.
Okay, so wait a minute. Wait a minute.
No, sir.
Hold on.
Hey, hold on.
Time out.
Accept this first off. Accept this. No, accept this.
I'm gonna
accept it first.
Here comes the tech. The tech is coming.
On me?
I did.
Because I said LeBron James can't act.
You mean to tell me
you gonna give me a tech?
You mean to tell me Michael Jordan's acting? Okay, this is how I put in context this movie. And I'm sorry I take this over from you, but the voice of reason needs to come through this podcast on this.
Wait a minute, hold up. Whoa.
A day before this movie came out, I watched the original Space Jam. Again, near and dear to all of our hearts. If you were a kid,
it's a great movie.
If you were a kid, you love that movie. Even as an adult, I still love that movie. But you mean to tell me that the lines that they gave Michael Jordan and the way he delivered those were better than anything that you saw out of LeBron James out of this movie? Give me a break, man. You go back and watch that first movie. Jordan, you want to talk about somebody got carried to a championship, and this time Jordan got carried to a championship by the Looney Tunes in that movie.
LeBron James, I love the King, but he can't act. I'm just gonna tell you.
In comparison to what? In like the first movie? If we're comparing it to the first movie.
No, I'm comparing to the first movie. Acting. No, I'm not even comparing to the first movie. I'm comparing LeBron James to LeBron James in his other films. In his other films, he did really well when it came to acting.
But he hasn't been a leading. He was never a leading man in it.
Get it out. This is his first leading role. I don't think he did all that awesome at acting. I didn't say the movie was trash. I didn't say I was sitting there looking at it like I was just staring at a garbage can.
Go ahead and finish.
I'm saying they had great points. It was funny. They had some, comedic, things going on, back and forth wittiness, especially with the Looney Tunes. I love Looney Tunes. Grew up on Looney Tunes, so I love Buzz, Porky, and all them people. I grew up with them. I love them, but it's just, for me. I'm not saying the movie was trash. I'm just saying I would have liked it if the acting was better. I enjoyed the concept, especially with the whole artificial intelligence coming through, taking over. You put your hand down, sir.
No, I'm waiting for the tag.
Put your hand down. Tag in. Give me a minute. I'm gonna tag in. I love Don Cheadle, one of my most, my favorite actors in the whole world, one of them. But I think the movie could have been better. Tag, you it.
All right, let me come in for this hot tag. All right. Compared to, I watched the first Space Jam movie.
Now, before you say
compared to comparison, no. That's the only thing we have to compare it to.
No, I'm comparing his acting to his other acting. I'm not comparing it to the first Space Jam. I'm not comparing him to Michael Jordan.
Okay, well, I won't do that. Even though the man's been compared to Michael Jordan his entire life. But I won't do it in this instance. That's what I don't want to do. I won't do it in this instance. The Space Jam movie was a different take on. It was never ever anything like the first movie, which was a good thing. Only thing there was a basketball involved. That was about the only thing similar to that first movie. for me, seeing LeBron, obviously leading man LeBron in a movie, he probably had more speaking roles or more things to do than Michael Jordan had in that first movie. Again, not to sort of compare, but they're both Space Jam movies. They're gonna get compared eventually, and this is what's gonna happen. Which one was better? Here's the thing: I'm 33 years old, man. When that movie came out in 1995, if I was 33 in 1995, that movie would not have been made for me. I would have came out of that being like, oh man, what was that high garbage? But as being a kid and growing up in that time where Michael Jordan is the superstar, where you're putting Looney Tunes in a movie with Michael Jordan, all of us are gonna have that near and dear to our heart. If you're a kid at that time, this movie, low key, wasn't even made for me today. It's
No, it
really
wasn't.
made for every kid who again
Grew
compares to
up
Michael Jordan,
watching LeBron James.
washed up exactly. So I had to sort of watch it sort of like that. I was like, okay, it's not meant for me, but let me see if I can still enjoy it. And just from the start, the premise of it was totally different. We sort of
Yeah.
saw where that was going to go with his son in the video game and the basketball and whatever. But my biggest thing, and I'm a sucker for this, love Easter eggs, man. This movie is a complete like Easter egg hunt to see one who's in that crowd at the
Yeah.
game
Yeah.
when they go to every different world. When you saw Superman like take the glasses off when the train
Yeah.
was going down, all that stuff for me was I enjoyed it.
It was all Warner Brothers giving themselves a pat on the back like this.
I mean, shoot. I mean, my beef a little bit with Warner Brothers.
I already know, yeah.
I don't. Until they give Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill their due.
Hey, it's over for them.
But anyway, that's neither here nor there at the moment. I enjoyed this movie a lot. They brought in a lot of stars. They brought in familiar faces. I'll say that much. I like the way that they sort of got the superstar powers. Loved Anthony Davis, goon in there. Loved Wet Fire too. Like that was and Damian Lillard comes in as Kronos was. Hey, side note: if y'all don't listen to like Damian Lillard's a rapper, and he has a track on the Space Jam soundtrack, and he has his own album. Dude can flow, man. Dame Dollar solid. But
I will
the movie,
say this: I like the music. I enjoyed the music.
Did you hear the Kirk Franklin and Lil Baby?
Yeah. Now look, check this out. Now, people, don't get me wrong. The movie is not trash. It just wasn't for me. And I will say this one thing: if that little boy had a real game like that on the movie, I would buy it tomorrow.
It's pretty much a fusion. It's a fusion of NBA Jam and NBA Street.
Yes, and that thing would be awesome. That game would be awesome.
But here's the thing: I'm gonna be objective too, Rufus. Like I do like LeBron, but there were some lines in there that were kind of flat. I'll admit it. He was probably more. I don't want to say that. But I liked LeBron. I liked cartoon LeBron better than
the real LeBron when he was real. That's what. Okay, so
I can't take away his.
I love cartoon LeBron how they did, especially when he first became the cartoon and he had to blow himself up. I'm like, that's I like
again
that.
different.
But
different
when he
takes.
was, I guess when he was real acting, this is gonna sound crazy, but when he was real acting in real life. And when he was having the go between him and his son, those lines, I was like,
And I mean, but I still look at it this way because again, that whole comparison is going to show up. He was given more to do than Michael Jordan.
But I don't want. I hate it.
It's going to happen though. It's going to happen. It happened when the dude was 18, wearing number 23, and his games were on ESPN in high school.
I don't want to compare him to Michael Jordan because he's been compared to Michael Jordan his whole life. I want to compare LeBron James to LeBron James.
Okay, so in this instance, a new Space Jam, a new legacy was completely different from any other from the very first Space Jam movie. I like the premise. Yeah. I wish the basketball game would have been too many style points for me. I wish it was a little closer. But it was so many points. They were down by like 1,000 at halftime.
They were down by 1,039 points, dog. And it was like you said, it was only halftime.
But see, I watched this movie, like I said at the beginning, I'm like, okay, let me just go into this movie as, I don't want to compare it, but it's gonna sort of kind of happen. But at the same time, I know there's gonna be something new. So I went in with a fully open mind. I even bought merch, for goodness sakes, man.
Yeah,
And
y'all.
and
He bought me a LeBron James, and I will keep it forever. Y'all just don't know
little
how
LeBron
excited
James
I
action
was.
figure.
Bought me a little LeBron James action figure. Y'all will see it soon once I get my whole little setup. It's gonna be on display.
But no, like I enjoyed it. It was different. It was new. Yeah, LeBron acting up and down, whatever. But they put a really good, like his wife. She was on Walking Dead and
and
Star
she's
Trek.
on Star Trek. Yes.
Yeah, so phenomenal actor there. Um, Again, he was giving him so
Cameo,
much.
Michael B. Jordan
He
popped
was
up
giving,
in that
you know,
thing.
okay. Let's spoilers alert or whatever. I don't know how much more time we got, but I feel like
You
that
got
was
you got 2 minutes.
I feel like that was one of the best parts of this movie because okay, the hype of Michael Jordan going, Sylvester goes and find Michael Jordan. He comes back with Michael B. Jordan, and Michael Jordan, one of my favorite shows of all time is Friday Night Lights. I've watched Friday Night Lights like at least 4 times through, even when it was on TV live. He was Vince on Friday Night Lights, and he gave that Coach Taylor speech. Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose. Come on, clear eyes, full. I popped for that. That was the biggest pop ever in the movie for me personally. But that was just perfect timing, like perfect comedic. Like it was. I enjoyed this movie from a standpoint of like it was just your typical kids movie. It followed his kid. It didn't follow fully LeBron. It was more of his kid's journey than his own. He just happened to have to play basketball, and they gave Bugs Bunny a cool arc too of him being the only Looney Tune left, and he just wants his boys back. And I'm gonna do it again, but I'm gonna compare it to the first movie. Did not a single tune do a jump shot in the first movie. Bugs Bunny hit the in and out step back jumper, and then Lola was hitting jumpers. Like that to me.
Was Lola not hitting Jays in the first one?
Lola, when she showed up to the gym the first time, she pretty much dunked that ball. She like just went up and just. Even in this one, she started off with a finger roll. So I enjoyed the fact like I got to see them actually shoot a ball for some reason. When I saw Bugs Bunny do that,
another thing I did like when AG came out and turned them all into 3D characters. That shit was kind of cool. I was like, okay.
Comedic value was funny. They're Looney Tunes. So for me and for kids who watched it or adults who grew up watching it, you're gonna pop every time or laugh anytime like Daffy Duck says something like, I look expensive. Like yeah, you do. Like he really and I love the music, love the character models. It was for me visually pleasing. Your typical kids movie that started out with the journey of that kid at the beginning. He wants to make games. LeBron was kind of a dick dad to a degree, but I liked the story. I liked the way that it flowed. It was different. And I appreciate it. I hope they make another one somehow or do something of a sequel.
Here we go. How many flames you give it out of 5? Go.
Out of 5, I went in open-minded. I knew it was going to be new. I'm going to give it 3.5 flames on that one. Again, the only thing that knocks it down for me was, and I'll agree with you, was LeBron's hit or miss sort of acting every now and then. But you give me Looney Tunes, you give me basketball, you give me the Warner Brothers universe and multiple cameos where I'm gonna go back and rewatch that movie just to see who I can find in the crowd or see something different. So 3.5 flames for me. I'm not gonna go up to 4, but 3.5.
Okay, I give it 3 flames, and it's simply it's LeBron's acting, and he did some good stuff.
He had to show more
throughout the whole movie. It's a 3 for me. It's a 3.
He had to show so much more range, though, man. Like he had so much more to try to deliver.
I'm saying in the movie, what was it, Trainwreck? He did better acting in that movie.
It may have come down to like more comedic writers on that one too, because Bill Hader was the guy he was riffing off of, and
he did really good. I was like, damn, the boy. Oh,
he was the best part of that movie for me, honestly, in Trainwreck.
Okay, so I was looking forward to his acting, how much he's come up. Maybe he took some lessons, whatnot. I don't know, but that's neither here nor there. I give it a 3.